Well, here's another one of these little pulse motors built using a fidget spinner on top. I have the magnets underneath the fidget spinner on the arms. Inside I have a coil that's in the box here. That it's one of Lidmotor's circuits. It's just one coil that it's double wound, and it feeds a transistor to tell this thing to repulse and to spin the fidget spinner. You can see a couple of slots I cut in the lid there. I had a real trouble getting that coil to glue to the lid, so I finally just cut some slots, ran some electrical tape through there, and taped it around to hold the coil in place. Here's the circuit up here. It's a modified Lidmotor circuit, and the coils actually have a core that's not shown here, and they're wound on the same bobbin. Okay, what I did is I took two sewing bobbins and cut the wall side off of each bobbin, so I could glue them together to make a double wide bobbin. And then I wound 32 gauge wire in the same direction for both coils. And one thing that I've added to this schematic is a start finish on the wires, because when you go to use the coil, you need to know which is the start wire and which is the finish wire on these different coils. Again, I'm using a different transistor than Lidmotor uses and more voltage. This LED is not described too well. It's LEDs that come in these things that would use the 3-button batteries. So that comes up to 4.5 volts, but you're not going to find it on the internet described that way, so I'm not really sure how to explain that. But if you didn't want the light, you could just use a regular diode there instead. So this thing's still going to town. Pretty good speed on it. And of course this little flat button on a curved surface, that was a little tricky, but it worked. You know, the paint job on these plastic containers doesn't hold very well. I already got a chip there. Because they're a little bit flexible, and that's going to break the paint. But still wanted to paint it and make it look a little bit better. And I didn't do an RPM on this thing, how fast it's going, but it's going pretty fast. So that's my latest little mess from today.